Welcome to Mallory Park and welcome to the new Norton V4 S. I mean, just look at it. I'm not going to even mention Ghana, I already have. No, oh shit, I've just mentioned Ghana, but that's it. It's all about the future now. This is a bike that's been developed since the mess that was left, and I guess some guys have been there during the Ghana era, some have just come in, and it's a fresh start. Let's just say it's a fresh start. And they picked up on 35 faults, I believe, 35 issues with the engine, and now they've developed this. And of all the 900 parts on this bike, over 400 are all new. So it's like I said, it's a completely different beast. I'm just going to show you the dash quickly while I remember. Keyless ignition, obviously. Who's got the key? Ruined that one. Take two. I'm going to show you the dash. So the road here, this means you're in road mode, like this little touch. Move to one side. You're in rain mode, see the little rain. And then you can move across. Back to road mode. And then back to, well, you can go to sport mode. And that's full power. So sport mode is full power. Road mode is slightly less, and then rain mode is much less. Sounds interesting. And this is cool. Look at this. Camera, go on. Go to camera. My faithful assistant has just showed me how to do it. So this is a rear-facing camera. So perfect for track days when you want to know who's behind you. I mean, who thought of that? Genius. So let's get the Hollywood numbers out of the way. 185 horsepower from a 72-degree V4 engine. And like I said, I've just spoken to the engine guy who was in charge of developing it. And I think they changed most of the engine, not one part really, or not one part of the internals were left. Big part was the cooling. So this is the Manx, and there is also a carbon version. Now the Manx comes with Oz forge wheels, and they are rough. I think it's about 1.5 kilos heavier than the carbons. And having ridden both, I can tell you, it's not a massive difference, but it changed of direction. That's where it really, nice little reg there. That's where it really shows. Up front, we've got Öhlins NAX 30 forks, proper suspension that. Brembo M50s, Brembo discs as well. You still get some carbon, even on the Manx. And all of this frame, all of the swing arm started as a massive lump of billet and has been machined down to, I can't remember exactly the weight of it, but it's virtually nothing. TTX shock. And this, I mean, can you guess what that is? So this just bolts the seat down. It's a bit of a throwback to the older Nortons. So yeah, the seat is definitely a bit of a fashion over form thing. I've cross-threaded it now. Definitely a bit of a fashion over form. It looks great. It's a bit slippery on track, but I won't ruin this review. But that was one of the very few moans I could think of anyway. Just in case you didn't know where it was designed and built. And being a special, they're not mass registered, so you don't need Euro 5 emission laws. So even though it's only, I say only 185 horsepower, it's not bad, is it? It doesn't need to be Euro 5. So these are all individually SVA tested. And the only reason there's a baffle in here is because we're at Mallory, and obviously there's some noise issues, but not entirely sure on the rear slinger, the Diavel type thing. But there we go. And the best thing about this, it's definitely not the best thing if you're skint, but its costs, have a guess, 44 grand.